Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy, just loving that rush to the brain whenever you do that spinny jump. Welcome back to more Paper Mario. Now, we are off to Starhaven. Now that we have rescued all of the star spirits, it's time for things to get started. So let's say one final goodbye to Toad Town just before we head off. We won't be long, we got an important job to do. So we're gonna start with the Southwest Toad family and their final messages. Mario, my family means more to me than anything in the world. I can't be a hero like you, but as a father and husband, I'm doing my best. Good luck to you, Mario. My entire family is cheering for your success. Dude, you staying up late trying to get good at Mario Kart so you can shark these kids, you're a hero if ever there was one. So you're finally on your way to save the princess. Hurry to her, but don't be rash or reckless. Her Highness would be worried. Dad told me about you. You're trying to save Princess Peach and the people in the castle, aren't you? That's pretty cool. You're the second coolest guy after my dad. We've heard that before. I wish the stars had become a strong boy, but then Dad said I should wish for you instead. He told me to wish that you would beat up Bowser. I'm gonna wish really hard. You know a fellow called Goomba in Goomba Village? In olden times, he used to be a famous fighter. His name is all over this copy of the Fighter's Almanac that I happen to own. He was an unrivaled champion. He'd knock out his enemies one after another using his greatest move, the multi-bonk. When he was younger, he traveled the world looking for someone to challenge him. In fact, Goomba taught the dojo master here in town. If there's anything else you wish to know, this is wild stuff. In the frozen heights of the north, there is an icy peak named Shiver Mountain. It has the best music. Legend has it that deep in the mountain is a mystical fortress called the Crystal Palace. The existence of the palace has faded from people's memory. In this day and age, nobody remembers where it is and how to get there. You can see why folks call it a phantom palace. There is hope though. According to my sources, the famed archaeologist Colorado has mediated plans to search for and rediscover the legendary crystal structure. How exciting! Oh, to be young and adventurous again. So that's the next place he's off to. Just the other day, I was fortunate enough to read the most fascinating book. This book said, and I quote, "The evil king chortles, and a sacred rod and 7 lights fade into darkness. A lonely maiden rises to the heavens. But lo, a hero clad in red appears and travels the world. He gathers around 8 who are pure of heart. This hero restores the 7 lights, and they raise him high into the sky. On the airy heights, the hero clashes with the evil king. The lonely maiden wishes." That's how it ended. Somebody had torn out the rest of the pages. Now I'll never know the ending. What kind of no good tears up books? I think I have heard this kind of story, but I am not sure where I read it. First time we've heard of there being any kind of prophecy, or perhaps the book. I mean, Japanese title was Mario's Story. It was right in the name all along. Oh, hi Mario. You know, I've thought I wanted to be a lot of different things when I grow up, but I decided I'm just gonna be myself. Although, maybe I'll imitate you a little, if that's okay. Aww, this little subplot had such a great ending, and I sure as heck wasn't talking to that kid every single chapter to see how he progressed. That's awesome. What's your grand finale? I have to know. Hi Mario, in all your travels, have you ever been to Starhaven? As far as I know, nobody has ever been there. It's too far off, way beyond the clouds. Bowser sure had an easy time getting there. If I could have one wish, it would be to open a Toad house in Starhaven. Don't you think it would be amazing to live with the stars surrounding you? You could stay for free, of course, whenever you came. Oh, buddy. Wish to that in the night sky in a couple nights, okay? I promise I'll have the lights back on by then, so come on, just do it. Just do it, man. I want you to succeed. You're awesome. You make this game world so much better. Against my better judgment and basic human logic, I've decided to huck 50 more coins into the grinder here to renew the spell one final time so it'll be active for the remainder of our adventure. Probably. Can't wait to get double coins now that money doesn't matter anymore, or get double star points on a fight that gives me 2 of them. There's so many possibilities for how this could disappoint me. Aren't fortunes exciting? Let's Letters! Letters, 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 letters! Letters, letters, letters! Bombette! Wow! Another letter from Bruce! It's alright, I understand. Why trust a shark, right? Bombette! I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you! I love you, 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 I love you! I love you, 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 I love you! Please understand how I feel. I love you, you're Bruce! No! Well, okay, thankfully Bombette doesn't have any more letters for us that we can be horrified for. What? From Mother. This is kind of interesting. So, Watt is a little Sparky, which is a baby version of a hothead, an enemy that only ever appeared in Mario World and a couple other places like Super Smash Brothers. And there's never been another important little Sparky in any Mario mythos ever, other than Watt. So, Watt. Thank the stars that, actually no, she's a hothead.
What? Thank the stars that you're safe. I was so worried. When you first disappeared, we were completely baffled. No one would help us, and we couldn't find a clue.
We abducted a child?
Then we went to Toad Town and heard about the toy bogs. I was pretty sure you'd be okay in there for a while, but I was still worried. Please give my deepest thanks to those who saved you. Come home soon.
Your mother. Now that that's over, what horrifying letter from flight? What, the concept of aviation itself wrote you a letter? What? Dear Spike, you turncoat, you're hanging around with Mario. I'll never forgive you, you big traitor. I heard that your real name is Lackluster too. I've never heard such a silly name. I'm gonna call you Lackluster from now on. The only way you could earn my respect now would be to beat Lord Bowser. Yeah, right. Do that and I'll forgive you. Flight of Team Lackluster. We got hate mail. That was the end of this entire side activity. We got freaking hate mail. And that reminds me, I don't think I ever checked the letterbox in Mario's house or Luigi's diary. That commenter Negative1 would be very disappointed in me that I almost went off to the end without doing it, but I didn't forget. Wise Wisterwood. Dear Mario, how are you holding up? So, this is a little humbling. It's a letter from Wise Wisterwood, yet he's barely visible in the corner there. Because it had been a while since I'd played Chapter 6, I didn't remember that that was the name of the tree, and I thought the Wise Wisterwood was the collective name of all of the important flowers throughout Flower Fields. It just kind of sounded more like a group to me. I know now that it's Flower Spirits, but this postcard caused that misunderstanding when I was a kid. It's so sunny in Flower Fields. Peace is returned here. Lily's in her own little world, as usual. Rosie is spreading a rumor that you're interested in her. I heard that Petunia is singing your praise across the land. Oh my god, I can't imagine anything so horrible. Petunia is singing! As you know, I can't move from this spot, but I'm content watching the Bulbs frolic. Good luck to you, Mario. All of Flower Fields is wishing to the stars that your dreams will come true. Wise Wisterwood. So, if you wrote me a letter, is that cannibalism that you, like, used paper when you're a tree? Or did you consent to having somebody shave a shaving of wood off of you to then turn into paper to write to me, so it was like using a fingernail? It's like if I wrote you a letter on one of my fingernails and then sent it to you. I'm weird. Somebody has said to me that the way will open when you use a scarf in a bucket. What? A scarf for a snowman? Wouldn't it melt him? Yesterday, I got stuck in the trap door when I was entering my secret room. Have I been using it too much, or am I packing on the pounds? I better oil it to make it open easier. Luigi staying at home. I haven't really been working out myself these last couple of weeks, and I definitely do feel changes happening in my body, but I know that you can't undo years of training with just a week of not exercising, so I'm trying to be easy on myself and not, you know, get on my case too hard for not working out, but it's been kind of hard not to notice because I've been kind of, you know, I was kind of in a place far away and eating a lot of junk food. I didn't go to Merlon all the time. He does have some lines that I appreciate, some of which that I showed you, but others that I skipped. There's some bizarre stuff in there. He has to give hints for every single little thing you could possibly ever be doing. And so there's bizarre stuff like it apparently being Sushi's fault that the Yoshi kids went missing even though they trapped her. He spoils that Lackluster is about to join us when we've never met him. And he refers to the inside of the whale tuna as warm darkness. Tuna is right. I don't know, there's some bizarre things in there. This Toad, I'll tell you a secret, he's a huge fan of the princess. He told me once that he has a big collection of her photos. What a lovesick fool. He's the great and mighty king of guys who talk to posters. All right, with everything taken care of, and us checking in with everyone that I care to check in with, here we are once again at Shooting Star Summit. I gotta say, with this adventure coming to a close, it's kind of surprised me. Every time I do a Mario RPG, I always have an incident where people say that I'm being way too cheap and making the game way too easy, and that they remember the game being hard when they were kids, and then I have to like make a video showing them that I'm not being remotely optimal. If I was being optimal, this is how easy the game would be, and yeah, you only thought this game was hard because you were 7 and bad at video games, and I was like that too. I've told you plenty of stories about Kid Me being awful at games. But that didn't really happen this time around. I feel like people were just kind of happy to see all the badge setups we could come up with, and I liked that. Mario, can you hear me? I'm going to open the entrance to Starway. Enter this path without fear. The Starway continues all the way up here to Starhaven. We 7 star spirits will be waiting for you here. We wish to give you our remaining power. With this power, you will be able to stand up to the star rod Bowser holds. We anxiously await you. Mario, make haste to Starhaven. This must be, yes, this is the legendary Starway. It's a path formed out of actual stars. It's absolutely beautiful. Such a tranquil place filled with such devastating enemies. When equipping myself for this, let's take off I Spy. Like I said, we never need that again. I've thrown on Heart Finder, making so we beat enemies, we get hearts more than usual. This is a general purpose badge. I didn't have a specific use for it in mind, but we will be using it. Power Quake, nah. Doesn't ice power sound nice in an area of fire enemies? Let's go for it. Pop! Ow. Well, an effort was made. Goombaliningo! Embers are fiery monsters forged from an uncanny blue fire. Uncanny? Max HP 10, attack power 4, defense power 0. They may look frosty, but they're actually on fire, so fire attacks won't work. They divide themselves when they're attacked. Keep attacking them, though. You'll get them eventually. They'll probably fight back. Their attacks usually deal out 3 damage points. Water attacks will work well. Let's beat them before they have a chance to burn us. I concur. Multi-bounce! Ow! Baby! Ow! Yay! 11-11! I'm lucky my wishes come true! How thematically fitting for what we're going up here to go do. Get my hearts back that I don't even need. I'm gonna swap in Sushi. We haven't seen enough of her for her being such a broken party member. I just, you know, I don't use her very well, so, you know, I know my place. Okay, gotcha. These are the only enemies around here. Wow, multiplied. These are the only enemies around here. This is an area that Watt is, oh! Oh! I finally pulled it off! I wasn't even focusing on anything I was doing! I just freaking did it! Oh my God! I was the only thing stopping myself. How like a childhood video game to have a message like that for me when I'm a grown-up. That was awesome. That wasn't even like the best use of that attack though, but it was a pretty good one. Damn. Okay, anyway, so this is an area that Watt is actually bad at, bringing the grand total across the whole game to 2. She's amazing. She's so good. Go for it. And that was okay. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, I can deal with that. This build is costing a lot of FP every turn, which is another reason I don't like it, because if you're bad at it, you're just gonna lose all that. As for the Starway itself, there's quite a bit of lore behind this place, and I'd like to show it on the map briefly, just so we can see how high up we are. Yeah, you see all that? Oh, it's so cool. We've seen this on the map the whole game, and it just makes you want to go there so bad. The Starry Path links Shooting Star Summit with Starhaven. This place is Gino's home that we fixed in Super Mario RPG. It is called the Star Road in Japanese. It's kind of sad that they went to the trouble of making all this continuity with Super Mario RPG only for it to get ignored in the localization, but I get it. Not everyone's going to have played it, you know. It happens. This is so peaceful looking. This place would later appear in Mario & Luigi Partners in Time, making it the only other time it's been seen. And let me tell you, it's even better there. One of the best areas in that game, undoubtedly, even from a storytelling perspective. If there's anything else I'd like to mention before we move on, it's that embers are always inflicted with Dizzy. Don't know why you'd want to, but the option's there. And Ice Power is a badge that works quirkily. Its +2 damage is applied after the effects of all other badges. This includes supercharges, all or nothing, power plus, just everything. So because it's applied last in the damage calculation, it's possible to do 100 or even 101 damage with it because everything else is capped at 99, and then it's told to add 2 after that. This is displayed as -1 and -0 damage if you were to inflict it. It's kind of incredible. And yet another case where the maximum number of something is 101 and not 100. And off we go. Good afternoon, or evening, good evening maybe. In Starhaven you can see stars all the time. There used to be a lot more shooting stars, but that was before the Star Rod was taken. The beauty of this place was incredible back then. Kid, you are so spoiled. I want you to take a good hard look at this place as we walk around it. You see that veil just draped over the place, these transparent doors with the stars in them, the usage of color. It gives me great joy to hear of the Star Spirit's return. Our only wish now is for the return of the Star Rod. It seems so odd, a star making a wish. You know what, don't take my word for it. Let's zoom out. This is a Nintendo 64 game. I can honestly say that even by modern standards, Starhaven is beautiful. Just what other N64 game at all could be described as beautiful by today's standards, besides Conker's Bad Fur Day? This is amazing. They downright mastered their style by the end of this adventure. I can't get over how good this looks. Yeah, I'm playing it at an increased resolution because it's being, played on a Wii U and all that, but still, even on original hardware, it looks awesome. Heck, even there, like I was saying earlier about N64 games looking good blurry, that background, how everything is properly blended and it doesn't look pixely, I just want you to imagine it like that. Just this, whoever was in charge of this area, man, you deserve some kind of medal. You are awesome. In the Starhaven shop, what is your wish? Oh, that's cute. There's a few things I'd like to pick up here, namely shooting stars. These items are going to be instrumental, and believe it or not, superior to Starstorm coming up. We want to buy quite a lot of them. And I'm gonna deposit a few just to make really, really sure that we have enough item storage. This is not our final chance to access storage, believe it or not. There will be more opportunities later. But of course, with how heavy things are about to get, I'd recommend stocking up with some pretty priceless provisions, because what else are you gonna spend it on? I think I'll have some fun with the strange cake. I kept avoiding that item all game and not actually using it. It's time, we gotta try it out. Gonna grab my Electro Pop. I think a snowman doll. Got a few of those in storage and not a whole lot to use them on. Stopwatch is a thing. 15 coins is pretty darn cheap for it, but we got star power now. 25 coins for a live stream is the cheapest we've seen them for thus far. Bit of obscure knowledge is that Chuck Quizmo can appear here under a tree. We don't really need it though. I think he's under this arch or something like that. It's something along those lines. He's down here somewhere. But we already have all 64 Chuck Quizmo questions, so it's not going to happen for us. It's just funny to me that he can warp reality so much that he appears in this land that we have journeyed for so long to be able to reach. When the news first hit that the star spirits had been taken away, a friend of mine was so shocked that he got sick. His shining light faded way down to a mere flicker. Since the star spirits have come back, he's regaining a healthy glow. You're a lightsaver, Mario. Wholesome punning. Our precious star spirits have returned. Oh, happy day, it's all because of you. I guess we'll all wish upon a Mario from now on. Every star owes you, Mario. I hate to tell that Toad, but a Toad house has already been built here. I guess he could take over the night shift, or day shift. Stars are always visible around here. Please relax. I did sleep pretty well. Now, there's no place else left to go. Next time on Paper Mario, it's time to begin our final trial. See you guys then.